shifting your identity to effortlessly attracting women. If you watch my channel or if you're just finding me, I am anti-gimmick. I am anti-copy and paste this opener. That's going to make you successful with women. No, it's not. If I give you lines to say, but you think you're a loser and women hate you, what do you think is going to happen? This inner work is the only thing that will save you. There's nothing else. There's no shortcut. It's the inner work and shifting your identity, I don't want to reveal it yet, into the man that effortlessly attracts women from the inside out is the only solution. And in this video, I'm actually going to give you a glimpse of the inner work, the 1% man work that I take my one-on-one clients through to master the inner game. Because yes, I have all the lines in the world. I can tell you exactly how to text, exactly what to say. If we're not fixing the internal part of you, then you'll never be able to attract women. It's an energy game, and there's no shortcut. So let's begin. For us to understand why this even matters, we have to look at women and how they operate on a deep primal level. Why do women choose that guy over that guy? Why do they do it? And how do they make these quote unquote buying or mating decisions? Well, women make decisions based on emotion, not logic or reason. It's this guy makes me feel XYZ, this guy makes me feel nothing, so I love that guy because he makes me feel so many different things. And that is how they get to desire. And so most of the time, 90% of the time, it is always going to be your presence and how you say things that will determine the emotion they feel from you and around you, not the words. And of course, you could say, well, what about texting? Can I just copy and paste? A little, but not really. Women feel energy through text as well. Women have spidey senses, okay? Spidey senses when it comes to a man's presence and energy, his certainty or uncertainty, his confidence or nervousness. They do. And so this determines if you can lower their anxiety. This determines if you can spike their interest. This determines intrigue. Can you create the proper tension because of the energy you are bringing to the dynamic, which all stems back to identity. Because here's the thing, if you don't shift the inner game, if you don't shift the inner work, if you maintain your current identity, and we're going to talk about the cons and everything going on, if you don't shift that, and you're constantly telling yourself, women hate me, women don't like me, blah, 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 and I go, okay, here's an opener, okay? Text these things, or say these things in person, or go on a date and say these things. Do you think they're going to land? Knowing that 90% of how they perceive the words you say are based on your energy. 90%. The tonality, the eye contact, the posture, the hand movements, how you say things, how you joke back and forth, how comfortable you are in conversation. That's not fixed with a script. That's why it falls flat. That's why if you don't fix and shift your identity ASAP, nothing will ever change. Zero. You can copy every pickup line in the book. It won't fucking matter. The only thing that moves the needle is mastering the internal and the external game simultaneously. And the internal starts with your identity. So let's talk about what actually wins with women in terms of your identity and what they are looking for and why your current identity most likely goes against every single thing they could possibly want. Women crave a guy that is a leader, that is dominant, that is assertive, that is sure of himself, that is confident, and that is quite literally just better than her. And he knows it. And he sees her for who she truly is. A little girl wanting love, a weasel, childlike, emotions, tantrum, not logical, etc. Okay, sit down, fruit roll up, goodbye, see you, I'll be back, I need to work. No, don't leave, I have to go, goodbye, I'm back now. Happy? Yes. That's what they want. And so, everything we're doing right now in our current identity goes against all that. For starters, I guarantee your current identity has terrible self-talk. How do you talk to yourself when it comes to life, but specifically women? I can bet a gazillion dollars that you're currently not telling yourself, your self-talk, that you're amazing with women. I guarantee it. I guarantee you say, women hate me. Am I ugly? Am I annoying? I don't want to be a creep. Am I insecure? Women just hate me. Oh my God, they think I'm boring. What do you think is going to happen? You're telling yourself and programming and hypnotizing yourself based on the past, and so you stay there. And so nothing shifts. You just spin in place. You watch all the content in the world, you read all the books, but your self-talk never changes, so you never break free. You read all the books, you watch all the content. Oh, women hate me. Oh, I think I'm ugly. Oh my God. Why is nothing changing? Hello? Hello? Wake up! You're literally creating your reality in real time with your self-talk. Nothing's gonna change. I also guarantee that you're mentally living in the past. You live in the past, you repeat the past. What do I mean by that? Your perception towards women, your perception towards yourself, your confidence in your own abilities as a man need to transform and ascend. And you're literally just viewing yourself and your dating life and everything through the lens of the past, which is all failure probably. And so you spin. All you think about is the past. All you do is project the past on the future. Oh, she's probably gonna ghost me like the girl 5 years ago. Guess what happened? She ghosts you. You were right. Duh. If you live in the past, you will spin forever. And so the self-talk and expecting the future to be like the past is making sure it happens again. You need to expect new outcomes. You need to expect better behaviors. You need to do all these things. I also guarantee you're overthinking about negative outcomes. Oh my God, it's been 2 minutes. She hasn't responded to me. Holy shit. Holy shit. What do I say? What do I say? What do I say in this instance? What do I say in that instance? What do I text in this moment? Okay, but what if she says this? What if she says that? You're spiraling with overthinking. It's a fear response. If we don't cut the overthinking, you will spin forever in negativity, in worry, in doubt. You've convinced yourself as a protection mechanism that overthinking is the intelligent thing to do because I'm preparing for every outcome. No, dumbass. You're living in fear, okay? I used to overthink like crazy. Guess what? It only hurt me because overthinking is constantly thinking of the worst possible outcome and always being afraid that something bad is going to happen. And so guess what happens? You're spinning. You're spinning. You have the belief that women don't like you. I bet deep down in your subconscious mind right now, if you've done no inner work and you're in this current identity, you don't think women like you. You are convinced that women don't like you for whatever reason. But you want to get good with women? You want to ascend and you want to effortlessly attract women? But you deep down think they hate you? Spin. You're a spin monster. Okay? What do you think is going to happen? We have to recondition our identity. You are your worst enemy. Look at what you're doing to yourself. It's like you want to go forward, but every second, with every thought and every belief, you're actively building a goddamn wall in front of you. What do you think is going to happen? You're like, I'm going to go that way, and then just all the thoughts, wall, massive. And it gets thicker and wider and bigger. But I'm watching content. Yeah. But you're building the Great Wall of China with no pathway to the moon. You can't get around it. You have a fear of approval and loss stemming from scarcity. Again, we're living in the past. We're not living in the now. We're living in, oh my God, my whole life it's been so hard to find women or replace women. And therefore, when I finally find one, I'm gonna cling to her and I'm gonna be so afraid. Guess how all this comes out in your behavior? You're soft, you're timid, you're weak, you're gay. GDB, you're gay, dumb, boring. Because you're living in scarcity. For you to spin out and ascend, you have to change everything about this. If you continue to think to yourself, it's so hard to replace her, I can't find women anywhere, you're going to cling, you're gonna have gay behavior, they're gonna cheat on you and hate you. And you're just gonna spin. And one of the biggest ones is, I guarantee you have a ton of unresolved trauma that leads to a lack of internal certainty. What does that mean? It means we all have trauma, duh. Specifically from our childhood that affects our perception of self, our perception of women, our confidence, our certainty, our mindset, our attitude, all these things. And I bet you've never resolved any of it. And no, if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm a man, isn't this gay? You know what's gayer? Having no women. Wake up. This is necessary work. If you have unresolved trauma from your childhood that is affecting your confidence, your certainty, perception of self, perception of women, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to leak out in your energy. It's going to come out in the words you say and how you say them and how you handle shit tests and how you don't put your foot down and how you cling to them and how you love bomb, fear of attachment, whatever it is that you have. There could be a mile-long list. Whatever it is that you have, it always leaks out if you don't resolve it. Always. Which causes you to do behavior on an external level that women run from. They run from it. You have to resolve the shit that happened to you, or you will be internally ugly your entire life, and you will spin. If none of this changes, you spin no matter what you do. Because I don't care if you have the best, fastest car in the world, you want to go on that goddamn road, you built a giant wall, and you're going nowhere. The only way to break the wall down is to shift your identity. Okay, now let's talk about the winning side, man. Let's talk about the identity that actually has women effortlessly attracted to you. And I'm gonna tie this all in on a few exercises I teach that can help you shift, okay? You actively are creating your reality. You're not living in the past. I don't care what's happened to you in the past with women, if you've been rejected 1,000 times or ghosted or whatever. We have to live in the now and consciously talk to ourselves like the identity that is desired, and then it morphs. Because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know the difference between you telling yourself one thing or another on what's happening on the external world. It doesn't know. And it's gonna keep morphing and morphing and morphing until you are chiseled into this identity of somebody that gets women, and women love him because you created this reality with how you see things. Like, I guarantee you have never, and I might have already wrote this. Yeah, I already did, but I don't care. I guarantee you've never visualized yourself having a positive interaction with a woman, ever. I guarantee every single picture in your mind's eye has been negativity as it pertains to women. We have to change that. And it's a choice. That's a crown. I don't know. Amazing, empowering self-talk. If you want to dominate with women, you need to tell yourself that you dominate with women. If you want women to love you, you need to tell yourself they do. Duh. How are we going to break free and ascend if we don't get out of this spinning of our old identity? You must become aware of how you talk to yourself, and you must consciously change it all the damn time. You're probably too hard on yourself. You're probably too negative. It probably stems from childhood. We must become aware and actively change how we talk to ourselves in regards to us and women. It's necessary. This is not debatable. This version, you have so much confidence, and it's never tied to external validation. You have internal certainty that no matter what happens, you get ghosted, this doesn't work out, whatever. You're so detached from the outcome that your confidence never wavers, ever. I could have the worst approach in the goddamn world. She's married, she kicks me in the nuts, she throws a bucket of water at me, and I would still stand there like I'm a king. I'd be drenched in water, nuts swollen, be like, don't care. That's the point you have to get to, because then you're unstoppable. And when you don't fester in the external and you have so much internal validation and confidence from this inner work I'm talking about, you are unstoppable. Nothing can stop you. Literally, not a girl on her worst day, on her period, kicking you in the nuts. You just walk it off, go to the next one. You're mine now. And this energy is so infectious to women. What you have to understand is women are mirrors to energy. The energy you bring is exactly what you get back. And you think none of this comes out? You're delusional. You're delusional. Because when you master this identity and it comes out in your energy, women are just like, you're the breeding bull, Jiff. The breeding bull that walks in and all the women are just like sniffing his ass. That's you. You assume all women love him. Yes, you have to assume all women love you. I was with a client recently and we were driving from dinner to go out, and he was like, what's your perspective on women, more or less? And I was like, they all love me. All of them. They all love me. Every single one. I literally don't. You can't prove me otherwise. I genuinely believe they all love me. And if you have this identity at your core, in your subconscious, in the deep parts of your soul, nobody knows, you're like, all women love me. So you're just in a bad mood. It's her loss. I don't care. They all love me. Guess what's gonna fucking happen? A lot will love you. Like a ridiculous amount will love you because they feed off it and they feel it. And you're changing their perception of reality with one of the most powerful tools ever, energy and aura. You never overthink or doubt yourself, ever. This is your identity now. You don't overthink. You don't doubt yourself. You just say, whatever comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. And I don't really care either way because she's lucky I'm in her presence because she is a weasel eating ramen noodles. And I am him. And I'm the GOAT. And so like, whatever. I say something dumb? No, you're dumb. Take an IQ test, woman. That's game. You don't doubt yourself. You don't overthink. You just own everything you do and you always double down. Double down. Like that. You visualize yourself being successful with women. We have to take charge. We have to take charge of how we think and see the world and how we talk to ourselves and how we project out of our mind. It's constantly creating reality. If you weren't aware, visualize yourself dominating with women. Don't mean sexually. I mean like cold approaching, texting. See yourself going up to that beautiful Slavic model and she's just like, God, this guy, fucking love this guy. And I'm like, yeah, you do, bitch. And I grab her by the neck and we walk away. That's it. You have to see these things in your mind's eye all the time. You have to change the course so you stop spinning so you can go upward. This is how reality creation, identity molding changes your life in real time. You're never discouraged and affected by any outcome. It literally does not matter what happens to you. Nut kick, fucking water bucket. You're always just like, I'm him. It's unshakable internal certainty. It's unshakable confidence that you've molded into yourself because you do things every single day to fine tune and chisel this identity into your goddamn soul. And that is how you win. You have to do things every single day, like changing your self-talk, the visualization, to master your identity. And by the way, the best part about this, both versions are you. That's what's great. This is not you, oh my God, I gotta become the real game. No, you don't. You become you. This is who's inside you and you're forgetting. You have to remember who you are and you have to unleash from the inside out this identity that is hiding in there underneath all the trauma and all the programming and all the conditioning and all the bullshit, and wake it the fuck up. Wake it up. This is who you are. You're lying to yourself. This is not who you are. This isn't you. This is who you've been conditioned to become. And it's time to snap out of it and wake the fuck up. If you want me to do that for you, click the link below. I'll see you in the next video.